Today we'll see whether we can extend our unbeaten run in all competitions to 40 games. Plus we'll find out who we're playing in the Carabao Cup final and also the 5th round of the FA Cup. Hello and welcome to episode 66 of Irons in the Fire as we try and make West Ham good and great again. My name's Mark and on today's episode we have for you as usual 2 games. First up we have Leeds United in the Premier League match day 25. That's followed by our local rivals Chelsea in Premier League match day 26. An all Premier League episode this time around and well, we'll get into that in just a few moments from now. We'll also be finding out who we're playing in the Carabao Cup and who we will be playing in the 5th round of the FA Cup as well. But don't forget, if you do enjoy today's episode, leave me that big thumbs up, subscribe, hit the notification button. That keeps you up to date with everything that's going on this channel. And the other way of checking on to see what's going on this channel is to follow me on X, formerly known as Twitter, at JustOffside2. Don't forget to leave me a comment as well, because it all helps here on YouTube, but also lets me know what you're thinking, whether you're enjoying the series, what you want to see me do next, etc, etc. So that keeps us up to date. Right, let's get into it then. And we have first up a bit of news as to what's going on. Tottenham will be our opponents in the Carabao Cup final. They played their semi-final just recently and it ended up a 3-0 win over Liverpool, who have an absolute stinker of a season so far. A 4-1 win on aggregate. Ferguson, Porro and Teze, the scorers in that one, which sets up this local derby, if you like, for the final at Wembley, which will be coming up in the next episode. It's a standalone game in that episode. Let's hope we can get the Carabao Cup final. I think, if my memory serves me right, past winners, we did win it. Did we not win it? No, we haven't won it this series. I thought we'd won it this series. Do you know? We haven't actually. I'm not sure we've seen a trophy left, have we, yet this season? This series, it might have been the FA Cup we lost. I can't remember. Anyway, no, we losing finalists to Manchester United last season, of course. So let's hope we can go one step further this time. Yeah, we won the FA Cup. There you go, against Manchester United. Manchester United have been in the final of the FA Cup for the last 3 seasons on the trot, losing every single time. Lost to Manchester City, lost to us, lost to Arsenal. That's not particularly good, is it? So that's the FA Cup. Talking about the FA Cup, we'll be facing Portsmouth in the FA Cup 5th round. And that the reason for that is they went and beat Bristol City on penalties. A 2-2 draw there. Bristol City taking the lead from Yubara after 60 minutes, or was that 50 minutes? Might be 50 minutes. Can't say 60 minutes. 50 minutes. They equalised on 89. Bristol City taking the lead again on 100 minutes. Looked like they were going to sneak it, a 2-1 in extra time. But Lancaster, literally a minute before time, getting the equaliser for Portsmouth. And then they lost on penalties. Don't know what the penalties... did we get to see what the penalties... It was 4-2 on penalties. Yep, 4-2 on penalties. Conway and Bulu missing their penalties. Seems highly unlikely. Tommy Conway missing penalties. But there you go. That's the FA Cup then. So that'll be in the episode after. So Tottenham in the next episode. A one-off match. And then we'll come back for Portsmouth and Manchester United. And the reason why Manchester United is so good is because they're 4th in the table as it stands at the minute. So pushing us hard at the top. We've played one game since you were last with us. It was a 4-1 win against Aston Villa. Aston Villa taking the lead after 25 minutes. Digne throwing into Ramsey. Ramsey cuts it inside for Kamara. Firmino. And he curled that past Trubin. And I thought, should have I put Mazulia in goal? Or anyway, it was a short-lived lead because Jarrard Bowen got us back level after 28. Mings fires this ball forward. It's brought down by Upamecano. Chested it down, brought it down nicely. Watkins through to Bowen. Bowen just set himself nicely, opened his body up and tucked it past the goalkeeper. So, 1-1 on 28 minutes. And then Ollie Watkins, some 8 minutes later, getting the next goal. Upamecano through to Xavier. Gomez into the box. Watkins, questioning whether he was offside or not, but he had lurked back far enough and run through like a train to make it 2-1 at half time. And then Joe Gomez made it very comfortable after 54. Ball out to Gomez. Samadic back to Gomez. Gomez comes in the area, creates a bit of space for himself, and somehow tucks it past Martinez. 3-1 then, and we were coasting at this point. Tammy Abraham, I think, came on as a substitute. He did indeed, and put this one away after 70 minutes. Soufal, kudos, back to Soufal. Soufal chips it in, and Tammy Abraham, flick header right in front of the goalkeeper. 4-1 it was. That was the final score. 22 shots, 8 on target, 3.46, and 48% of the possession. They had 7 shots, 4 on target, 52%. 52% of the possession. A good day at the office. Ollie Watkins getting a player of the... Let's go back a minute. Ollie Watkins, player of the match. 1 key pass, 1 clear-cut chance created, a goal and assist. Yeah, I think he just about made that, didn't he? Which means the table looks like this going into today's matches. West Ham, we are top, 10 points clear of Chelsea in second, who we play in the second game of the episode. 6-pointer. If we can win that game, well, we will open a definite gap up at the top with 14 games to go. Chelsea in second, then on 51, then come Arsenal on 49. Manchester United with a game in hand, so they could be on 50 points in third place. They have 47, and then come Tottenham on 44, Manchester City on 42, and Aston Villa, last of the European places, on 39 points, and Newcastle just outside European places on 38. Down the bottom, it's all very tight. It's any 3 from 4 at the minute. There's a 5-point gap between Norwich, Sunderland and Bournemouth, who are on 22. But the rest of them are sort of fairly tight as well. So it's, as I say, at the moment, any 3 from 4. Norwich, Nottingham Forest, Luton Town and Southampton in that bottom bit. Right, first opponents today are Leeds United. They are in 10th place. 34 points. They've won 2 of their last 5, drawn 2 and lost 1. So they're not in bad form, but they're not in good form either. And we would like to think that we could pick up 3 points here. At least that's what we're hoping. So that's all well and good. Just a quick tidy up on transfer news. Wasn't any transfer. The transfer window has closed, but there wasn't any final day transfer news. One bit of news that did happen is Raul de Thomas did go out on loan in the end to Real Valladolid. So he's gone. I think, is he out of contract? When's he out of contract? That's the question. He's out of contract next year, not this year. So still need to get rid of him really in the close season. I think his wages are the biggest problem with that. We might have to agree a short-term amount of wages or something until he can go until he's out of contract or whatever. So that is it. 265 million spent, 83 million coming in, which means an offset of 100 and some odd million as it was. Right, the final bit to look at. We have a number of players on the injury bench at the moment. Friedel had a bruised ankle. He's only out for a day. Gluck, he's out for 2 days, had a cold. And Kurt Zuma's been out for will be out for about a week. He's got flu. It's that time of year, as they say. Parisi and Emerson, and good news is Emerson, having that long-term injury, is on his way back. He's played some under-21 football just to ease him back in. So that was the plan. That is the plan. And we hope to see him back in the main side very, very soon, but not too soon. So we'll see how he gets on. Leeds United it is then. First up, they are without Rutter, who has torn abdominal muscles. As I said, we are without Zuma and Gluck. Gluck. That's the right way of pronouncing it. And Friedel is doubtful. Previously, we've played Leeds United 3 times, beat them twice, drawn with them once. Beat them at the London Stadium 2-0 last season. In the reverse at Elland Road, it was a 1-1 draw on that occasion. Kudos and Harrison the scorers, and then we beat them 4-0 earlier in the season here at the London Stadium. But obviously at Elland Road, it's a different kettle of fish. And here is the team that will face Leeds United in this Premier League match day 25. Trubin is in goal. Parisi, Upamecano, Todibo and Gomez are defensive line. Shalaga is behind Samadic and Ward-Prowse. Today we're playing with 2 wide players. Bowen is on the left, Kudos on the right. They're sat behind Abraham up front. Mazulia, Vitic, Wagnerman, Emerson, Souček, Holmand, Archie Gray, Brent Kerr and Ollie Watkins make up the bench. And here we are at Elland Road, and they are playing a 4-2-3-1 today. 1-2 drawn 2, lost 1 of their last 5. We've won all of our last 5. Slightly different formation today, playing a 4-3-2-1. And we are top on 61 points. They are 10th on 34 points. Done a lot better this season than a lot expected. 3 minutes on the clock. Greenwood with a cross. Trubin will collect. Was expecting some strange highlight then. Trubin launches one. I'm not quite sure why he's launched it, but he has, and it's headed down. Leeds have possession. Christensen forced to go out wide. It's crossed in. It's over the top though. Trubin sees it over the top. We have a corner. Samadic with the corner. Swings it in. It's headed clear. Gomez will tidy up. Gomez cuts it back. Oh, Bowen trying to get there. Didn't get there. And they win the ball. And they can break out here. Forcing them back for the moment. And that long ball, Parisi will tidy up. To Trubin. Todibo shot! And Trubin. Well, Mazulia's back in goal. And Trubin is on his way. That was a mistake by Trubin. And Garnacho, true to it. What was Trubin doing? That was a short ball to Todibo. And Trubin sat on his backside. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Oh, and oh, dearie me. Errors. Comedy of errors that we're making here. And our 100% record's going to go for Burton if we're not careful. That ball through Abraham. Abraham looked as if he was offside, and he was offside. It won't count. Way offside. Would have been his 16th of the season, but even I could see he was offside. Didn't take VAR to look at that. Here he's gone already. Oh. Nice ball though, and well brought down. They have a free kick, 31 on the clock now. Bassi. Back to Rodak in the Leeds goal. And Purdue. Leeds quite happy just to play it around there, and then they up the speed a little bit. That's a poor ball. Tammy Abraham on it. Tabby Abraham has won it. Kudos takes over. Kudos into the area. He's tried to have a go at goal, and it's gone out. Parisi with a throw in on that far side. Samadic back to Upper Meccano. Upper Meccano. Todibo. Ward-Prowse. Todibo. Ward-Prowse. Leeds very quick on the ball. And Bonotto up front is a pain in the what's it. Upper Meccano. What's he going to do? Oh, not again! Goodness me! Oh, dear. And I think it's gone for a corner. Trubin saving it. And, well, they're just well on it and causing us all sorts of problems. Greenwood fires it in. Bassi. Greenwood. Bassi. It's not clear. Ganato. He's called that in. Well, well, well. Terrible. Absolutely terrible. All stemming from a mistake by Todibo, I think it was in this occasion. Trubin's not up to it. I'm definitely going to drop Trubin. Free kick, 36 on the clock. Samadic. And we're 2 behind. We've got to come from a long way back. Todibo. Todibo. Samadic. Ward-Prowse. Out to Kudos. Kudos. It's gone in. It's caught a deflection. It's gone in. We've got one back. And it was an own goal by Rocker. That was unfortunate. But a little bit of luck on our side. Samadic. Ward-Prowse. Kudos. Kudos takes a shot. And it's deflected off of Rocker. And I think it was Tammy Abraham who was lurking there. Gomez with a throw-in. Todibo, defensive throw-in at that. Upper Meccano. I don't like them when they're in this sort of area because they make mistakes. He's made a mistake again. Who was that this time? That was Samadic. Giving the ball away, but Bowen is wise to it and sorts it out. Samadic. Upper Meccano. Parisi. Bowen. Abraham. Abraham now. What's he going to do? He's got Samadic there in support, but pushed it back too far. Upper Meccano. Parisi. Looking for an equaliser before half-time. Samadic. Through to Bowen. Bowen puts it away. The 12th goal of the season. We're back on level terms. And why should I have been worried? Only by Trubin. Oh, what an up and down ride this is. Parisi, Samadic, Bowen. Penalised by 2 mistakes. Bowen putting that away as Bowen does. Well, half-time's arrived and I think it's cold flannel time. I don't know about you. 4 shots, 1 on target, 0.46, 57% of the possession. We were Gnotto. Well, he's sort of like done us all sorts of trouble. Jumping on a mistake by Trubin and then capitalising on another mistake. They've had 5 shots, 3 on target, 0.71, 43% of the possession. Just a little bit of lady luck on our side. Rocker getting an own goal. But Gerard Bowen on 41 minutes getting us back level. That was after Tammy Abraham's goal on 27 minutes was ruled out for offside. And he was offside. 47 minutes on the clock. Christensen with the throw-in. Ampadu. Mark Rocker. And that was cut out by Gomez. Kudos. Kudos. What's he going to do? Kudos out wide today, of course. Kudos chips this in for Samadic. And it's fallen from Bowen. Bowen's 13th goal season. He was offside. Would have been his 13th goal of the season, but I'm pretty sure he was offside. Oh, he's not. He's onside. And we take the lead for the first time in this game. Oh, me of little faith. Kudos chips this ball across. And he wasn't. He was onside. He was being played on by these guys in the middle here. Specifically Ampadu, I think. And I think it was Samadic headed it down. Bowen tidying up, puts it away. We'll see it again. And the lines. There's the lines. Ooh, there's not much in it. But it was Ampadu that was playing him on. And with 59 minutes on the clock, Tammy Abraham has come off. He's not had such a good day today. We've brought on Ollie Watkins, but Ollie Watkins has gone wide for now. Kudos has moved up front. And with 17 minutes on the clock, making 2 changes, Samadic is off. He's tiring, had a good game, and he's been replaced by Helmond. Helmond goes into that defensive midfield role in place of Shalaga. Shalaga has moved up. I'm just trying to think whether actually we go for a slightly different approach here. Do we have a deep lying playmaker? I think we possibly do on defend. And then we make Shalaga a ball-winning midfielder on support. And then Souček can be Mazzala. I think that's how it's going to go. And that's the one change. The other change is James Ward-Prowse has come off and Souček has come on to replace him. We have a corner. Bowen. Deep. It's gone in. Souček, the scorer. 11th goal of the season. We have a 2-goal cushion. And Souček is super sub. And we've taken the lead, and I don't think they're coming back from this. Group of players. Souček getting there. And with 81 minutes on the clock, having taken that 2-goal lead, we've made 2 changes. Fabiano Parisi is tiring. He's been replaced by Emerson. We're glad to see him back in the fray. And Gerard Bowen, who's probably had a player of the match today. He's done a fine job in getting us back into this game. And he's come off. And we've replaced him with Brent Kerr. We've gone back to our 4-3-3 formation. And we'll hopefully see the game out. Rodak, 83 on the clock. Launches a long one forward. Oh, nearly a mistake again. But Todibo, it was that Ganato. He's probably getting a bit tired now. But Todibo tidies up. Emerson, who's come on. Fresh pair of legs down this wing. And they won't want him to run at them. Kudos. Upper Meccano. Emerson. Back to Upper Meccano. Upper Meccano will switch it now. He's got Gomez out on that far side. Was another option possibly to bring off. But we couldn't make all the changes. Gomez loses that ball. And it's one back and then lost again. Harrison tidying up. Back to Rodak. Edgar. Christensen. They have a couple of changes left to make. And could run riot. Ganato. He's all sorts of problems. And Suarez is in there. Where's Upper Meccano going? And they've got one back. It's 4-3 on 84 minutes. Did we change and go casual too early? Trubin at fault again, I think. Suarez trying to get a ball through again. Upper Meccano. Trubin to Emerson. Emerson comes forward. Be nice to get a 2-goal cushion back. Brent Kerr. He has Holman out there. Souček through to Kerr. Kerr puts it wide. 3rd minute of added time. I think it's 7 or at the end here, or 6. Yeah, didn't quite get that on target, did he? And we managed to survive. That goal from Suarez was nothing more than a bit of a consolation, but still caught us a bit flat. And Ganato actually gets the player of the match on a 9.3. 2 key passes, 1 clear-cut chance, 2 goals and an assist. He did have a very, very good game. And Trubin having a poor game. He's dropped for the next match. That is for sure. Yeah. As I said, I think that last one was his fault as well. Both goalkeepers not covering themselves in glory. We had 11 shots, 3 on target, 1.36, 61% of the possession. They had 11 shots, 5 on target, 1.67, 39% of the possession. A much better second half. And to be fair, we've come away with a win. So before we head to the game against Chelsea, a roundup of the scores from today's games. Manchester City beating Liverpool by 2-0. Aston Villa keeping their good form up. 4-1 winners over Sunderland. Arsenal only managing a draw against Brentford. Obviously, our 4-3 win against Leeds United, not as comfortable as we had hoped. Manchester United 2, Leicester 1. They keep the pressure up. Luton Town beating Newcastle by 1-0. And Norwich have beaten Southampton by 2-0. And that means in the table, we are 13 points clear of Chelsea, but they do have a game in hand as it currently stands, as do Manchester United. So they could be on 53, 11 points adrift of us. Chelsea, and our next match is a real 6-pointer as it comes. And I presume they've got a game to play before they're playing Bournemouth on Sunday. So we will check in on what that result comes out like very shortly. 51 points. So Arsenal are in third on 50, with Manchester United just ahead of them on goal difference. Manchester City are moved up into fifth now on a little bit of a run. 45 points. They are 19 points behind us. Tottenham are 6th on 44. Aston Villa are 7th on 42. There's then a 4-point gap to Newcastle just outside the European places on 38. Luton on 19 in 18th place. Nottingham Forest are 19th on 16 points. Southampton are 20th on 15 points. Norwich are 17th on 20. And I did say that it was a 4-out thing, and it's actually, as it is, they're sucking Bournemouth and Sunderland in. So it's now become a any 3 from 6 in a way. So yeah, it's all to do down the bottom there. We'll come back very, very shortly, in fact, to update you on the Chelsea score, and then we'll travel down to match day 26. And here's the updated results. As expected, Chelsea have beaten Bournemouth, but they have had Caicedo sent off, which means he will miss the next game, which is good news. And it's a 2-0 win for Chelsea, despite being down to 10 men. Mind you, they had scored both their goals before they were down to 10 men, Bournemouth not managing to find a way through. Which means at the top of the table, it looks like this. We are top 64, Chelsea second on 54, which, as I say, is a 6-pointer, which means we open that gap up to 13 points, or they close it down to 7 points. One or the two, as it goes. Manchester United still have their game to play, and I can't see where that game in hand is at the moment. They will continue to have a game in hand for a little while yet. And so 7 days have passed. It's down to the game against Chelsea at the London Stadium. We are without Thilo Carrera, who's out with a cold. He's the third player to pick up a bit of a cold. We sent him home in order not to infect the rest of the squad. They are without Caicedo, who's suspended, Nicholas Jackson, who has got a groin strain, and Fernandes, who's got a broken lower leg. They have 3 other players doubtful: Chilwell, Angelo, and Kendry Pez. Previously, we've played them 5 times in this save. Not lost to them yet. Touchwood, today isn't the day. After the Leeds debacle, I'm not sure. But we have beaten them 4 of the 5. The other one was a draw. That was at Stamford Bridge. And our record against them just recently, they haven't scored in the last 2 games. The last time we played them at the London Stadium, it was a 4-0 win. Ollie Watkins, Samadic, and kudos the scorers. Raheem Sterling getting the consolation goal. In fact, he got a goal 22 minutes in, but it was Samadic and kudos late in the game that made it look a lot easier than it was. Can we go and get a result against them today? It's a 6-pointer. Let's hope so. And so here we are for the game against Chelsea. It's Premier League match day 26. And, we need to win this game. It's a 6-pointer. They are in second place. And a win over them today will open a gap at the top of the table. A bigger gap than there already is. Mazzuglia is in goal. Parisi, Upamecano, Todibo and Gomez are defensive line. Shalaga, Halmond and Ward-Prowse in midfield. They have Gluck in just in front of them with Bowen and Abraham up front. Trubin is he's made to go on the bench today. because of his debacle in the last game. Zuma is back from his flu, cold, or whatever it was he had. He's back. Vitic, Wagnerman, Emerson, Souček, Samadic, Kudos and Watkins make up the rest of the bench. So here we are back at the London Stadium. Our 5 wins in a row restored after that last game. Playing a slightly different formation, of course, today. They are playing a 4-3-3 with a defensive midfielder. Won 4 of their last 5, lost the other one. And as we said before, they are in second place on 54. We are top on 64. We have a corner. Ward-Prowse swings it in. It's headed away. Upamecano. Bowen! Oh, my goodness me. And if that had gone in from Bowen, what a goal that would have been. James gives it away to Parisi. And that ball forward. Gluck to Bowen. Bowen, he's held this ball up, crossed it in. It's floating around there. Tammy Abraham puts it away. 16th of the season. Referee had his hand to his ear, making sure VAR wasn't spotting anything. But it's been given. Bowen, all on his own, had Tammy Abraham there. Just held it up long enough, crossed it in, and Shalabar made a right holics of that. And Abraham profited. Free kick, Ward-Prowse to Bowen. Bowen, again, he's causing all sorts of trouble for the Chelsea defence. Ward-Prowse, oh, just wide. Half-time has arrived. And we're 1-0 at half-time. 8 shots, 2 on target, 1.06. And just wonder if we'd hit the target just a little bit more out of those 8, where we would have been. Because some of them, especially the Ward-Prowse, was a rocket. It would never stop that. 40% of the possession. So we need to wrestle some of this possession back. They've had 4 shots, just the one on target, 0.34. And 60% of the possession. A 1-goal lead then. Tammy Abraham, after a bit of confusion in the Chelsea defence, after Gerard Bowen put the ball into the 6-yard box on 20 minutes, gives us the lead. Gomez winning that ball. 47 minutes on the clock. Todibo. Back to Mazulia in goal today. Gomez. Gomez comes forward. Still coming forward. Keeps that ball away from the Chelsea player. Tammy Abraham out wide now. Gomez. Gomez, can he get this ball into the area? Can. It's got in. Bowen at the back post. Just flicks it home to an empty net. It's 2-0 on 48. And, well, at the moment, we're cruising. And this is a lot easier than against Leeds. I don't know what we were doing against Leeds, to be fair. Gomez crosses it in. Defence again. Gomez throwing to Ward-Prowse. 49 on the clock now. Mazulia. Upamecano. Got Parisi out wide here. Parisi goes on a run. Parisi. Can he cross this ball in? He's gone to the byline. Cuts it back for Xavier. Back to Parisi. Parisi. Hellman. Oh, took a deflection off a defender in the way. Goalkeeper was there to scoop it. But it's gone for a corner. Gerard Bowen has gone out there. He's going to be an in-swinger to the near post. Nobody there. Ward-Prowse, though. Back out at Bowen. Bowen. Chelsea have a free kick. Chilwell over the top. Gallagher. Gallagher's in. Puts it away. And they've got one back on 69 minutes. Conor Gallagher. We're going to have to be careful. They all look too easy. With 73 minutes on the clock, we're making 2 changes. Tiredness coming in. Joe Gomez is off. Wagnerman comes on for him. And Xavier Shalaga also tired. He's come off. And we have replaced him with Samadic. Samadic going in behind Bowen and Abraham. Gluck drops back into defence. Into midfield. And Hubens has dropped a bit deeper as a defensive midfielder. Wagnerman with a throw into Ward-Prowse. Todibo. Todibo to Upamecano. Upamecano finds Gluck. Gluck through to Bowen. Bowen was, well, I would have thought offside, but Kepa collects the ball. Highlight is going to continue, which is a bit of a worry. He's launching a long one. Oh, Wagnerman there to tidy up, though. Mazulia. And Parisi out wide. Parisi has Gluck. Gluck holds up for Parisi to run down that wing. Parisi crosses it in. Bowen! He's put it away. 15th goal of the season and restores the 2-goal lead. And Bowen has been hot today. He's on top form. Supplied the first goal. He's scored the 2 since. Parisi just held that up long enough for the run of Bowen. And Bowen puts it away. And with nearly 83 minutes on the clock, making our final changes of the game, 3 of them, we have taken off Fabriano Parisi, brought on Emerson. We have taken off Oscar Gluck and brought on Mohamed Kudus. And we've also taken off Tammy Abraham and brought on Ollie Watkins. No more highlights, and we've seen off Chelsea again for the 6th time, I think it is, in a row. And it's a 3-1 win. Tammy Abraham on 20 minutes. Jarrard Bowen on 48 and 79. Surely Jarrard Bowen has got player of the match. He has 4 key passes, 1 clear-cut chance, 2 goals, 1 assist, and 9.1. He was on fire today. Mazulia not scoring particularly high on the rating, so that's a bit of a worry. But apart from that, we didn't have a bad day. 15 shots, 7 on target. That's nearly 50%. 2.58, 45% of the possession. They had 7 shots, 3 on target, 0.66, and 55% of the possession. It's a well 6-pointer, and hopefully shows in the table, because I think it means the gap at the top has just got larger. And so here are the day's results, and we have opened that gap up at the top. We'll come to that in a moment. A 3-1 win against Chelsea in the early game. Arsenal have beaten Aston Villa 2-0. Crystal Palace and Bournemouth play out a 0-0 draw. Leicester and Newcastle 1-1. Liverpool making a rare win, especially at Anfield, 2-0. But the other good result is Nottingham Forest have beaten Manchester United, which I won't say finishes them off, but certainly opens a wide gap now to Manchester United. Southampton 1, Everton 2, Norwich 0, Manchester City 2. That man Haaland is back in amongst it again. And Tottenham beating Luton by 2-1. The table at the end of the episode looks like this then. West Ham we are top on 67. Chelsea are second on 54. Arsenal third on 53. So we have a 13-point gap to Chelsea, 14-point gap to Arsenal. Manchester United, with the game in hand, are on 50 points, which means they could have 53. So it's at least a 14-point gap. Tottenham are fifth on 50 points. They're on a good run at the moment. Just on goal difference from Manchester United. Again, if they win that game in hand, will be on 53. Then Manchester City are 6th on 48. Aston Villa, our last European place, are 7th on 42. Newcastle outside, 3 points behind them, are in 8th on 39. And then down the bottom, it's very tight. And that gap is closing by the minute. Bournemouth, Sunderland, Nottingham Forest. So Bournemouth on 23, Sunderland on 22, Nottingham Forest and Norwich now both on 20, Luton Town on 19, Southampton on 15. It's all to play for at the bottom, and will continue to be so. That's how we finish the episode, on top with a nice little cushion. Crystal Palace we will play offline. They are currently 10th in the table. We're going to come back for an update and the Carabao Cup final against Tottenham in our next episode. We've played them 5 times this series, beaten them twice, lost to them twice, and drew in the other game, all in the Premier League. Not played them in cup competitions to date. We'll come back for that one, and then the next episode will be Portsmouth in the FA Cup 5th round, and then a home match against Manchester United in the Premier League, one that we really do need to win. And then, of course, it's back to Champions League matches, and inside those two matches between the Portsmouth and the Manchester United match, we will have the draw for the last 16 of the Champions League. I hope you're going to join me for those. It's looking rather interesting as we head headlong towards the end of the season and technically the end of the series. Nobody's written in the comments yet that you want me to continue the series. You need to do it soon, because I'm going to start working out what we're going to do next as we're getting very close to the end of the series. Hopefully we can pick up some silverware in the next episode. That would be rather good. Hope you've enjoyed today's episode. If you have, don't forget to leave me that big thumbs up, subscribe, hit the notification button. That keeps you up to date with all future episodes of Irons in the Fire and our other series, bottom to the top, as they are released. And new episodes of Irons in the Fire are released every Monday and Thursday at 4:15 p.m. The best way of keeping up to date what's happening on this channel is to follow me on X, formerly known as Twitter, at JustOffside2. Hope to see you for the next episode. It'll be episode 67. It's out on Thursday. Thank you for watching. Till next time. Bye-bye.